I think I even need this one too today. One of those days. So yeah, hopefully you've got your mat, you've got your little spot sort of set up, and we'll start seated. So if you've got a blanket or a pillow, or I mean even a block if you've got one, you can raise yourself up a little bit, but if you're comfortable just sitting straight down on the ground as well, that's also fine, whatever's good. So yeah, flow class will be moving the body in time with the breath, sort of tuning into the body, slowing things down a little, and Kelsey's requested just a little focus on the neck and the jaw, so we'll get into that area of the body. But let's start just seated here. You can let your eyes close down if you feel comfortable to do so. Allow yourself to be heavy and connected and anchored through your sit bones. So just notice the parts of the body that are connected down with your mat, and let's find a nice long spine extending up from that anchor point. Nice and broad across the chest, giving us plenty of space to inhale into. Shoulder blades are soft and down the back side of the rib cage. A tiny little tuck of the chin just to lengthen the back of the neck. And then let's just take our awareness to the breath. So pretty much every yoga practice we do, it's about tuning in to the breath. Noticing the sensations and the movements of your inhale and your exhale. I'll take a counted breath today. So similar to what we've been doing with a extended long exhale breath, except we're going to come back to that breath that we had a while ago where we were doing the hold at the top and the bottom. So what I'll do is I'll do 4 counts for inhale, 2 counts at the top, 6 counts for exhale, 2 counts at the bottom. So nice and slowly we'll breathe all together. Let's begin by exhaling. Empty the belly, empty the lungs. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, hold. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, hold. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, hold. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, hold. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Hold, hold. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, hold. A couple more breaths just in your own time. It doesn't matter how fast or slow you're breathing, but just ensure that your exhale breath is longer and softer and slower than your inhale breath. then just keeping your eyes shut, just staying nice and calm and settled here. We're going to take our fingertips to our jaw, the big mastitis muscle that goes over the top of the joint. And I want you to just use your fingers here to really sort of traction out the tissues. So sort of starting up at the top of that jaw muscle and maybe just dragging with as much pressure as you like. Your fingers down, tractioning out the tissue. Or you can try little circles with the fingers, whatever feels good. As you traction here, you can use your jaw, you can sort of open and close your jaw as you release the tissue. So using as much pressure, taking the time here to really release the tissue of the jaw, soften those areas of the body. Just taking another moment here. Maybe one more big, wide open, stretch the mouth out. And close. And you can release the fingertips away, maybe just noticing how the jaw feels after releasing through that area. All right, then nice and slowly here, we're going to come up and over onto our hands and knees. So taking your time, moving slowly here, just as we start to move the body. And from our hands and knees position, we're going to take ourselves through a couple of cat cows. So nice and simple. With our breath, we are inhaling, taking our chest forward, head lifts, tail lifts. Our exhale breath takes us the opposite way. Really push through the hands, let the head drop, round through the upper back. Inhale. And exhale. And then just keep going with that inhale and that exhale. But we're going to just slightly rock forward and rock back. So our inhale breath, when we drop the belly, lift the head, lift the tail, we're going to rock forward. And the exhale breath, the round, rocks us back as if we're going to child's pose, but not quite. Take it forward, big inhale breath. Exhale, rocking back. Good, really lubricating out the spine, moving the vertebra. And just letting your breath lead you here. And then when you're ready on your next inhale, on your next exhale breath, we will come all the way back to our child's pose. Let the pelvis relax all the way down to the heels. The knees can kind of stay where they are, or if you want to widen them, you can. Keep the arms outstretched, relax the head down, relax the shoulders. Let the body be soft here. Nice and slowly, our next inhale breath takes us all the way back up on the fingertips, back to hands and knees. And from here, we're going to step through with the right leg. So we'll draw the right foot in between the hands here. I'm just going to stop my legs to make it easier. So right foot steps through. We're in a nice long lunge position here. You might want to step your foot forward a little bit or send the back knee back a little bit. Allow yourself to sink on in to the hips here. Nice big lunge. Good. We're going to keep the left palm planted. We're staying in the lunge here, but we're just going to add a little bit of mobilization through the shoulder joint. So nice and slowly out. Inhale breath. Unravels our right fingertips to the sky. Our exhale breath takes our fingers to the back of the mat, towards our back foot. Inhale breath, windmill the arm all the way up and over. Exhale, plant the hand back down. We're going to reset like that. Inhale, unravel. Oh, big old twist. Exhale, hand to the back foot. Inhale, all the way up and over, big windmill. Exhale. Let's do a couple more. Nice and simple. Inhale, unravel, fingertips to the sky. Exhale. Maybe sink a little deeper into the lunge. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, hand comes down. Inhale, unravel. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. That's it. Pause here in the lunge position. And then from here, we'll just take a couple of little rock backs and forward. So nice and slowly here. Nothing really changes with the feet, but the hips are going to go back as if we're taking that kind of hamstring stretch here, running stretch. And then we'll rock forward back into the lunge position. So with our breath, this is our inhale here, our forward lunge. Our exhale breath takes us back. Inhale breath, rock it forward. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. That's it. This time we'll pause. Inhale breath. Plant through the palms and step the front foot back. Knees together again. Taking knees wide if you want, or just leaving them where they are. Send it back. Child's pose position. Oh, I'm right on in the sun here. It's going to get warm. I can tell. Relax in child's. Let the forehead ground on the earth. And then nice and slowly here, we'll push back up onto the fingertips, onto the palms, knees come narrow again if they were wide. And we'll step through with the left foot. So left foot steps through between the wrists. Back on into our lunge. You might need to rearrange the feet or send the back knee back a little bit to give yourself a bit more space. And we're going to do our little mobilization through the shoulder. So it's the left fingertips this time. We're going to inhale to unravel. Left fingertips to the sky, big twist. Exhale, hand goes to the back of the room or the back foot. Inhale, big windmill up and over. Exhale, hand beside the foot. Inhale, unravel. Exhale, hand back. Inhale. Exhale. Let's take it a couple more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more like that. Inhale. Exhale. One more little bit. Inhale, breath. Exhale, hand beside the foot. And let's just take a couple of rock backs and rock forwards. So we'll take it back. If you're timing it with your breath, that's our exhale breath. Our inhale breath takes us forward. Exhale, take it back. Inhale. Exhale. Just moving the body nice and simply here. Everything warmed up. Let's take one more. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Press the palms, step back. Left knee back to where the right knee is. And this time we're going to come to more of a plank position on our knees. So you might need to step your hands just a little bit further forward. Bring shoulders over wrists. Turn the core on. And we're going to hold here for a little bit. So making sure that your insides of the elbows, the eye of the elbows are rotated around to the front. So they're at the front of the mat. Shoulder blades are down the back body. Core turned on. Tailbones lengthened. And nice and simply here, we're just going to inhale, straighten one leg. Exhale, lower the knee back down. Nice and simple. Inhale, straighten. Exhale. Good. If you want to take this and build the intensity a little bit more, you can kind of go the opposite way. So start on the toes and maybe just lower one knee down. Bring it back up. Lower one knee down. Bring it back up. Oh yeah, we're going to get those stabilizers in the shoulders really turned up. Let's take a couple more, whether you're on the knees or on the toes. And then when you're ready, knees down, take a pause. Maybe take the weight off the shoulders just for a moment. Roll the shoulders out. And then we'll come back and we'll press into our downward facing dog. So our toes are going to tuck. We're about the same distance as what we just were with the plank position. And the hips go high into the air, downward facing dog. The idea with our downward facing dog is to find a long spine. So I'm sending my sit bones, sending my bum right on up into the air. My shoulder blades are spread across the body, across the ribs. They're not congested up here. They're relaxed. There's lots of space by my ears and my shoulder blades are spread. The back of my neck is soft. You can shake the head out to really release any tension there. It doesn't matter how high your heels are up off the ground. You can even bend the knees if that feels good. It might be easy to bend the knees to find that length through the spine. All right, moving with the breath. We're going to take a big inhale breath, come forward to plank position. Our exhale breath takes us straight on back, downward facing dog. Moving with the breath. Inhale. Exhale, send it back. Let's do a couple more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, send it back. Last one, big inhale breath. Exhale. Pause and downward. And if you didn't do them before, maybe you want to pedal the heels a little bit here. That always feels pretty good to release through the back of the legs. All right, we're going to bend the knees and we're going to take a big spring through with the right foot between the hands. So if you need to help it through with the right hand, that's totally fine. Or for the step throughs, you can always come down on the knees and step through like we did before. Anyway, we're going to be up on the back leg. So we are in our lunge position here. And we're just going to do a couple of those, that breath shoulder mobilization combo we did before. So in the lunge position, we're going to inhale, unravel, right fingertips to the sky. Exhale, reach to the back, reaching to the back heel. Inhale, big one more, up and over. How big can you make that circle? Exhale, plant the hand, back down. Let's take it again. Inhale, unravel. Exhale. Reach to the back. Inhale, up and over. Exhale. Let's take one more like that. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. That's it. Nice combo team. Pressing the palms. Step the front foot to back foot. You can always lower the knee down to step that back foot. We're in and if you step through on the toes, you can put the knees down now as well. So knees are down. We're in our plank position. We're going to take our chaturanga. This is our slow lower to the ground with our elbows narrow. So let's take an inhale breath here. Exhale breath lowers us down. Nice and slowly, elbows stay narrow to the ground. Let's take our fingers wide so you can see how I'm kind of caging my finger. Well, you might be able to not see that in the camera, I'm not sure. Caging my fingers, elbows to the sky. So the idea with the fingers caged is that you're not really pressing too hard through them. They're just there to keep you balanced. So the lift is coming from the back side of the body. So let's take a big inhale breath. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Use the muscles on the back side of the body to lift you up. Open the chest. Exhale, lowers you down. With the breath. Big inhale. Oh, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, big inhale. Exhale. Good. And then we're going to pause here. We're going to take our elbows down to the ground. We're going to come into a kind of a Sphinx position here. So you kind of, I need to shuffle myself back just because of where I am on the mat, but elbows in underneath the shoulders, palms really grounded here. And the idea with our Sphinx pose here is we're kind of using our elbows to draw the chest through the shoulders. Maybe even lifting the chin just a little bit. Nice, gentle back bend here, really opening the chest, opening in particular the thoracic spine. Now, if this is pretty intense through the spine, I just invite you to just stay here and enjoy you can follow along with the next things that we'll be doing. And if you want a little bit more, what you can do is you can press out just through one palm. So I'm just going to straighten one palm at a time. It's just kind of a nice little sort of, well, it's not really a twist actually, it's more like a fold to the side as we open the chest. And then so I've got my left arm straightened. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my right ear to shoulder and open down the side of the neck there. So let the head be heavy, and we're really opening the left side, lengthening those extensors from the neck. If you straighten the elbow, you can bend the elbow back down. Maybe take the chin forward and down, little sort of rock of the neck forward, and then opening up back to the center. Remember, you can still do the neck thing even if you don't straighten the arms. So either optional here, straightening the right arm or not, staying down the elbow. But whether the arm is straight or not, you can take your left ear to left shoulder, tilting the head to the side, opening the side of the neck here. You might just want to stay still with it. I find myself always wanting to kind of rock, move the head. Just notice how the different angles there feel different through the muscles of the neck. And then when you're ready, taking your time here, we're going to bend through that elbow once again. We're going to take the chin all the way down towards the chest. Let the head hang here for a moment. And then inhaling back up. Alrighty. Nice and slowly here. You can relax the body down to the ground. So relax through the back body, relax through the chest and things. We'll take a little moment here on the ground. It's like, even though it's a gentle back bend, because we held it for so long, it's a little bit of intensity kind of starts to build. So just let all that tension soften around the spine. From here, we'll take the hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to push ourselves up nice and slowly, the same as if we're coming down. Our elbows are going to stay narrow. We're going to tuck the toes, send the hips high, downward facing dog. Oh, big deep breath in here. And let it all go. Nice and slowly, we're gonna bend the knees first, step the left foot through. So if it can make it all the way to the hands, that's great, but otherwise you might only get it halfway, and then you can help it through with the left arm. We stay high on the back knee this time, so high lunge with the legs, and it's the left fingertips and the left arm that are gonna do all the sort of movement and the rotation here. So when you're ready, left fingertips unravel to the sky. That's our inhale breath. Exhale, fingertips to the back of the room. Inhale takes us all the way over. Exhale, replant. Nice and simple. Inhale, unravel. Exhale, back of the room. Inhale. Windmill it over, make that circle as big as you can. Back down to the ground. Last one, unravel. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. That's it. Pressing through the palms, stepping back. Remember, you can step back on the knees or on the toes. From here, we lower down. Let's take an inhale breath. Lower on the exhale, all the way out. Fingertips go wide, elbows to the sky. Let's take our breath. Inhale, baby back bend. Extending chest. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. That's it. This time, reset with the elbows underneath the shoulders. Back to our Sphinx pose here. So we know what we're doing. We're using the elbows to draw the chest through. Lift and extend. Maybe take the chin and just raise it just a little bit to stretch the front of the neck. And remember, you can stay here with the elbows down if you want, or we're going to straighten the left elbow first. Take right ear to right shoulder. When you're ready to lower elbow down, take that little semicircle, chin towards the chest, head down, relax the back of the neck, and head comes back up. Right elbow straightens, left ear, left shoulder. When you're ready, bending through the elbow. Then the head roll forward, relax the back of the neck. Take the chin to the sky. Then you can release the elbows wide. Stack the hands, take the forehead to the back of the hands. Alrighty, hands come underneath the shoulders. We're pressing back on the knees, tucking the toes, downward facing dog. Big bend in the knees. We'll take little steps to the top of the mat. So we're bringing the feet towards the hands. Remember, the knees can bend as much as you need here. And we'll pause in our forward fold at the top of the mat here. So again, knees can still stay bent. You don't have to have your legs straight here. There's nothing that says that a forward fold has to have straight legs. So, but I do want you to let your head be really heavy and grab the elbows. And let's even shake the head out like we're saying, no, thank you. And shake the head out like we're saying yes. So I really want all that tension released from the back of the neck. The weight of the head is really tractioning length in the spine here. So let it hang. It might even feel good to swing side to side here as well. A little side to side action, whatever feels good. We'll just take a couple more breaths here. And then when you're ready, you'll unclasp the elbows if you're clasped. And then we're gonna ground through the heels, bend the knees if they're not already, and roll ourselves back up to standing. Take a big inhale, fingertips reach to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center, ground, down through the feet, lengthen through the spine, tiny little tuck of the chin, We'll take the hands to the sides, palms to front. This is our Tadasana, our mountain pose. So we should feel strong, grounded, and long through the spine. All right, from here, a little bit of lift at the low belly. We're going to plant through the left foot and step the right foot back down the mat. So in a crescent lunge here, reach fingertips to the sky. Good. Now, I want you to think about having a little bit of length through the tailbone. So it's like you are rotating your pelvis, lifting at the low belly, lengthening at the tail to kind of open through the front of the hip. It's a hard one to describe, especially which I can't see if you're getting it or not, but give it a go anyway. And let's take just a little tiny baby back bend. So you can clasp the fingers in pistol grip here if you'd like. So all fingers clasped except for your index. We'll take an inhale breath. And then as we exhale, maybe just extend the chest up to the sky. Open, open, open. It might only be a micro lift of the chin. As we exhale, we're going to sweep the fingertips all the way forward and then along the side of the body. Reach them to the back heel, a little bit of engagement through the shoulder blades. Let's take the inhale, fingertips back to the sky. Maybe take the little baby back bend. Exhale, sweep the hands, reach, and we just tilted the hips slightly forward, shoulder blades engage. Big inhale, reach it up. Maybe take the back bend. Exhale. Last big inhale. Last smooth exhale. Good. Let's just inhale, hands to sky, no back bend. Exhale, hands come to heart center. All right. Now this is one to challenge our balance. We're going to bend into the front leg. And you're either going to take one big step onto that front leg to pull the knee through in front, or you can shorten your stance here and then step it through. So you're either taking it all the way back here and up, or shorten your stance, maybe restabilize on that front foot to bring the knee up and front. How is the balance feeling today? And I'll face the camera for this one so you can see what I'm doing. We're going to cross the ankle over the knee, and we're going to sit down and bend into that underneath leg. So right leg on top, left leg bends, send the sit bones back, press into the heel. You might feel, we've done this one before quite a lot on the ground, so you might kind of recognize the shape of the legs, but it's a little different because we flipped gravity around. We're going to send the hips back, maybe sort of folding all the way forward. Depending on your hips, you might get all the way down to the ground. Otherwise, just stay up. Obviously, if you're up, it does mean you've got to hold on to your balance. So low belly, pulled in. Alrighty. We're going to come out the way we came in. So I want you to straighten that underneath leg. Lift the knee up in front. And we're going to slowly send it behind you. So we're going to hold on to the balance. And we're going to send it back. Go as slow as you can. Reach the fingertips. Reach the toe tips. Back. And then plant them down. Go back in our crescent lunge. Nice. When you're ready, we come all the way down either side, framing the front foot. Step back to plank position. Remember, you can lower the knees down or stay on the toes. We'll come all the way to the ground. That's our exhale breath. knees or toes. Inhale, breath takes us through cobra. Exhale, breath back to downward facing dog. Big deep breath in. Big deep breath out. Nice and slowly here. Big bend of the knees, as much bend as you need. And we'll walk the feet up all the way towards the hands, back to our forward fold position. Just hang out here for maybe just a couple of breaths, just as it feels, well, for me at the moment anyway, I've got a slightly sore low back. It just feels so good. Let's make the most of really opening through the backside of the body, just letting the head hang out. I always sound a bit funny when we're upside down, like I've got a nasal issue. And then when you're ready, you can unclasp the elbows, ground through the heels, little bend of the knees if they're not already, rolling back to standing. We'll take that inhale to the sky, fingertips reach. Exhale, hands to heart center. Alrighty, resetting. We're going to send the left foot this time back down the mat, big long step. Crescent lunge. So we're going to stay high on the legs. Remember we talked about that pelvis alignment, so we want to lengthen the tailbone, lift the front hip points, or lift the low belly to open through the hip flexor. Fingertips to sky. Really nice and grounded in that front leg, and you'll bend through that front leg, definitely. The back leg I like to bend because it feels a bit better through my pelvis, but you can work it towards straight if you'd like. Fingertips to sky. Pistol grip optional. Inhale up. Reach fingertips. Exhale, maybe just a micro baby back bend, however much you want to go today. You might only just lift the chin. What we're aiming for is, if you can see, is I'm not bending through my low back. I'm lifting and extending and opening through my thoracic chest, just like we did when we were in our Sphinx pose and when we did our cobra poses as well. So the idea is to get that little bit and just a little baby back bend from the upper spine. All right, we'll take one more breath here. And then our exhale breath takes us forward. Sweep the hands all the way forward and then down and away. We fold, squeeze shoulder blades. Inhale takes us back up. Inhale. Exhale, sweep it back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, last little baby back bend. Exhale. All right, inhale, reset, fingertips to the sky. Exhale, hands start center. Good. Low belly engagement. You can take that little step forward to shorten your stance here if you want, or just step through from where you are. Knee comes in front. Balancing on the one leg. Oh yeah. Let's get the balance going. And then again, it's that figure four position. So we cross the ankle to the knee. Ankle rests on the knee, and then maybe you drop down and bend into that underneath leg. Send the hips back. Keep breathing here. Nice balance if you've still got it. We're really opening through the hips and we're challenging the balance at the same time. There's quite a lot going on. You guys got this. All right, let's come out the way we came in. Draw the knee up in front. And then we're going to send it behind us. So you're kind of tilting forward at the hips a little bit. You're reaching those left toes all the way back behind you before planting them down on the mat. Reach the fingertips to the sky. Hands either side of the front foot. Plant. Stepping back. Plank position. Knees or toes Exhale to lower, elbows stay narrow. Inhale, full cobra. Exhale, send it back. Downward facing dog. Two big slow breaths here. All right, let's come forward over to plank position. Slow chaturanga to the ground, knees or toes. This time we're going to take the arms. We're going to take the right arm long, out long, and the left arm at the back here is bent in underneath the shoulder, so hand underneath the shoulder. You're going to bend the left knee. Use the left hand and lift, sort of pushing on the left hand to start to roll yourself away. Lift the left thigh up off the ground. And then you might start to bring it over to the other side of the body. So we're kind of, let's twisting through the body, but we're also really concentrating on opening through the front of the chest here. Let's take a couple of slow breaths here. And when you're ready, we'll square ourselves back up to the midline. Reset. Take the, set the hands, forehead to the back of the hand, maybe even just wriggle the hips out as well. That sort of feels quite nice usually. That twist is really good into the low back. And then we'll swap ourselves over to the other side. So left hand, give myself a bit of space, extend it out, right hand underneath the shoulder, right knee bends, pressing through right hand, lifting right thigh up and over. Opening through the front of the chest on the left side. And then nice and slowly here, we're going to reset, coming back around. Stack the hands, forehead to back palms, reset. Relax the shoulders, relax the spine, even wiggle the hips a little bit if that feels good. When you're ready here, bring your hands underneath shoulders. We're going to push back onto the knees here. But let's take hands and knees for a moment and take the arms out in front. So you're giving yourself a really long stance between the knees and the hands. And then we're going to go into our sort of heart melting position, we call it in yoga. It's where the hips stay above the knees. And you can just let the chest descend down to the ground. So we've done a bit of back bending today. This one's a pretty intense one. So just go to where it feels comfortable. Don't go to full extension if that doesn't feel comfortable. Soften through the shoulders, the armpits, the chest. A couple more breaths here. And then we'll walk our hands back. Hips towards the heels, coming upright again here. So we're just going to sit here on our knees for a bit. So if it's not comfortable to be up on your feet like this, you can come around just to a normal seated position. Just to finish off on the neck a little bit more, let's keep the right hand really relaxed by the side. I even sort of tuck it around the back there. And then the left hand is going to come up and over to grab the ear. We're going to take left ear, left shoulder, opening through the side of the neck again here. Then just maneuvering the hand around towards the back of the skull just a little bit, and then you turn the chin down towards the armpit as if you're going to smell your armpit down there, and then you can use the hand to kind of traction the spine, traction the skull forward. Again, you may just play with the angle here of the chin, just see where the sensation is in your neck today, what angle you need to be kind of moving at to get that release. You can release the hand away. Turn the chin to directly downwards, down towards the chest, release the back. Inhale, take the chin all the way up, open the front of the neck a little. Exhale, bring it back to the middle. This time, left hand stays, left whole arm stays relaxed, shoulder stays really down. You can grab around the waist if that feels good. And then we've got the right arm coming up and over, grabbing a hold of the ear. It's just a really gentle tractioning. You're not really pulling or tugging with that hand. It's just gravity and maybe just a little bit of gentle traction. And then we're walking the fingers round towards the back of the skull just a little bit. And then turning the chin down towards the armpit. And then when you're ready, we're taking chin all the way down towards the chest. Really release the back of the neck. Big inhale breath takes the chin all the way up. And exhale back to the midline. Good. See how the chin neck's feeling. Be a bit gentle on yourself after this one. That's some pretty intense movements through the neck. We are going to move ourselves all the way around to lying down on our back. So come to lying down here. Knees bent, soles of the feet down on the earth, hands to your side. I'm going to take a couple of bridge poses here with our breath. So nice and slowly, we're just going to inhale and stay where we are. Just pause, inhale. Exhale, breath. Press through heels, lift the hips up, over to the chest. Our inhale, we might find a little more lift. We might open the chest a little more. And our exhale lowers us down. Nice and simple, moving with the breath. We're going to inhale. Exhale, lift the hips. Inhale to extend. Exhale to lower down. Inhale. Exhale, lift it up. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Let's go a couple more, just like that, in your own time. So the exhale, that first breath is just in stillness. Exhale, lift. In your own time, with your own breath. Let's take one more like that. Inhale in stillness. Or wherever you are, just continue with one more round. And then you can pause at the bottom here. Take your hands to your belly center. So rest your hands on your belly. And I want you to consciously think about your breath here for just a couple of rounds. Notice your breath moving your belly up and down as you breathe. And nice and slowly, we're going to draw both our knees in towards our chest here. Give the knees a bit of a hug. Maybe rock and roll a little to massage the low back. And then we'll just take a couple of moments like this. You can either just stay with the knees in towards your chest, maybe one knee in each hand rather, and you draw your knees out and wide towards the armpits a little. And then stay here, maybe that's enough through the hips and the back. Or you can take your happy baby, so grabbing the outside edges of the feet. And again, we can rock and roll here in happy baby, or here with the knees wide. And then when you're ready, we'll come to our Shavasana, our final resting position here. So let the legs go long. Let the head and the shoulders and the pelvis be heavy. Hands can stay on the belly, or maybe the hands by your side. If you've got depending on what you feel like you need a bit more of today, you can turn your palms downwards towards the ground for more sort of grounding and more stability. Or if you're feeling open and ready to surrender to just what is, taking the palms to the sky, opening yourself up. Wherever you are today, just let yourself be still. Totally comfortable, totally relaxed, totally still. Notice the breath in the body. Notice how the body is feeling. Just noticing where your mind is wandering off to. Notice if it's wandering off into the future or wandering back into the past. Just simply notice where the mind is going. If your mind has wandered, let's come back to the breath here. Big inhale. Big exhale. Next breath in, we'll take it all the way in. Fill the belly, fill the lungs, and hold at the top. Hold that inhale in. And then open the mouth side, exhale out. Bring a bit of movement back to fingers and toes. Taking as much time as you need here. We'll draw our knees in towards the chest. Roll over onto our right side. Take a pause here in our fetal position. Head can rest on the upper arm. And then when you're ready, push back to seated. Thank you very much for joining me today. If you've joined me live, it's lovely to have some people there. Yeah, even just knowing that you're there makes it much more special, much more fun. So thank you very much and namaste. I think I just needed a bit of a restorative one today.
Yeah, it was a little bit half-half, eh?
Half, yeah, totally. So yeah, I'm teaching on Thursday again if you're keen, and depending on what you're after, we might go a little bit more intense, but yeah. Only if you want it. I'll do a bit of both, so then people who watch them recorded can choose if they want a more chill flow or a more, strength building flow.
Yeah, that was good. Thanks, Laura.
Thank you.
Cool. No worries at all, team. I'll see you another day. Have a good afternoon. Look after yourself.
Thank you. See
Awesome.
you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.